But what Brian said reminded me of what a difference it makes to be embraced instead of judged. And this is a concept that I've had trouble explaining because unless you've experienced it yourself, it can be easy to miss. But for LGBTQ people, there's so many places where the disapproval is so palpable, it doesn't even have to explicitly be spoken out loud. So let me give you a few examples. Like when people you've known your entire life learn that you've married someone of the same gender and suddenly stop asking you questions about your life. It's like their interest in you just disappears. Or when you take your spouse to a social event with work colleagues and your boss introduces your wife to someone as your friend to hide the fact that they have a gay employee. The disapproval doesn't have to be spoken directly because it's obvious with their actions, or more often, their lack of action. And these seemingly subtle acts of disapproval and apathy can be more painful than a blatant attack. And those subtle slights are compounded for people with multiple marginalized identities, such as an LGBTQIA+ person who's also a person of color. They must bear the weight of both homophobia and racism every day of their life. And this is why the work of Reconciling Ministries Network in the United Methodist Church is so important, to not only fully embrace the LGBTQIA community, but also to fully engage in the work of anti-racism and advocating for those who still are not treated equally in some way, big or small, every single day. Now, I want to share something personal with you all, my church family. I just found out that I was officially accepted into the Master of Divinity program at Candler School of Theology.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wow, that felt really nice. Because my faith and church experience have been so impacted and defined by the condemning attitudes in the church toward LGBTQ people, and then being gay myself, in order to properly respond to all the questions and assignments that are in the seminary application process, I really put myself out there, was completely open and honest about who I am and what has shaped my spiritual development. And that was a bit scary after being in so many situations in other churches and even some situations at work where I was either in hiding or just ignored because I had a wife instead of a husband. But after being 100% transparent while applying to a Christian seminary program, they let me in.
Yes.
The thought of being somewhere that I can be 100% myself every day is enormously liberating. And that is due in part to the work that's been done tirelessly right here in this church and by the Reconciling Ministries Network. So I just want to invite you all to please consider giving a special offering today, designated for RMN, to support this important work that has brought hope and healing to so many of us. Thank you very much.